Hello and welcome to this new episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. Today we have Mike Wheeler here with us. He's a life and leadership coach. Very interesting guy. Sounds fantastic. So, Mike, please introduce yourself and your business to our audience.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, wherever you are. My name is Mike Wheeler. I am a life and leadership coach, and just whatever age, stage, or phase you find yourself in your life and your career, my goal as a coach is to help you. The end result is what you want. If you're encountering a challenge, an obstacle in whatever area of your life, I'm here to help you.
Yeah, so Mike, how do you see this being beneficial for someone to actually hire a coach instead of trying to work it out themselves?
Yeah, that's a great question because I've found that coaching, whether it be life or leadership coaching, it's one of those services that everyone genuinely needs, but people don't realize it. And people will think of, I mean, there's so many people online that will market services. They'll show off this lavish lifestyle, and some of it may look a little bit questionable. And I would argue, I'm not sure that's entirely coaching. The approach that I have to coaching is truly being client centric. I don't push my agenda on you because if it's not what you want, it's not going to benefit you. So as a coach, what are your values? Where do you want to go in life? Yeah, it's the way I picture it is you're in the driver's seat. You're looking through the windshield. Where do you want to go? What are the obstacles that you see there? How are we going to navigate that? Is this an issue where maybe you're missing a piece of information that would be useful? Or maybe it's just a matter of taking your current resources and using them in a more creative and a more thoughtful way. Again, what a coach does, or at least what I do as a coach, is I don't necessarily pour in, but rather I pull out. And again, whatever age or stage of life you're in, I'm here to help you.
I mean, Mike, you're totally 100% right with this because I also been suffering with this. You know, I had coaches in the past for many different things, many different parts in the business. But then also sometimes I'm feeling like, oh, you know what? I'm a coach myself. I've been doing this for such a long time. I know everything, not everything, but I know a lot of things, and I can work things out. Yeah, and then I sort of start hitting this wall, and then I hire a coach and I see, wow, he just lifted up all the weight from my back and, all the weight that I was carrying around, and also showed me to see these blind spots. If you said like this driving seat, look into the windshield, but then there are also some blind spots that we cannot really see that the right coach can really help us um,
Yeah, in
overcome.
fact, recently I was, because as a coach, I get coaching myself. I have peers that I reach out to, and we exchange coaching services. Fairly recently, I was sitting down with a peer, and he asked the question, like, "Hey, is there anything else that we should know about this situation before we proceed?" And I told him, "Man, I was afraid you're going to ask that question because." The situation, I won't go into the details, but it was a conflict that really needed to be managed. And, a conflict resolution, yeah, everyone's going to deal with conflict at some point or another.
Yes.
And I really didn't want to dig deeper into the issue itself, but my coach called me out and he pulled it to the surface, and now I had to answer the question. And it was a good thing he did. And it was a good thing that he was both bold and had the intuition enough to ask that question.
Mm.
And like you said, as a coach, like we kind of we feel like we got it together. We know what's going on. But hey, sometimes asking that one question that maybe we're afraid to ask ourselves is really the right thing that needs to happen. Having a coach is, in my opinion, absolutely pivotal to having growth.
Totally, totally, 100%. So, on top of that, like, how did you end up doing what you do? How did you end up in coaching?
Yeah, it's funny because the actual business itself that I'm in, it's been established for about a year. But looking back in my career, more or less, I've been doing some flavor of coaching maybe for the last 10 years. I've had a variety of roles where I was in some kind of a leadership position, either having direct reports or being aligned or assigned to a team where they didn't report to me, but I did have a leadership position. I had influence. And it kind of started out with having my team that I was working with. Again, my background is in IT before I was in coaching. So I would have these frontline technicians for a Fortune 500 company, and I would look at their various different metrics and figure out what can we do to give you the best results possible in your current role. But then from there, it's like once we get the numbers stuff taken care of, I address the person. And it's like, where do you want to go from here?
Hmm.
What skills are you missing? Are you actually missing any skills? Is this a matter of establishing a connection with a different group, a different department, different set of leaders? Do you have rapport with those people? What's your brand? What's your reputation? And figuring out what makes these people tick, like how these people work, and finding out what do we need to do to make you the best version of you possible. What's the life that you want within this organization or maybe in a different organization? There was one person in particular. Um, I still occasionally talk with him. He's a trainer. He's a technical trainer now, and I helped him kind of coach him get into that role. Whenever he and I would sit down, it was very common for us to get beyond the normal 9 to 5 kind of discussions. And he said, sometimes I feel like, and he didn't say this in a bad way. He said, I feel like this is almost like a counseling session whenever I
Hmm.
sit down with you because we dig deep into stuff. And it was him saying that kind of it sparked something in me. It's like not necessarily the counseling aspect, but the helping the person aspect. And fast forward so many years, and I came across the ICF and the Professional Christian Coaching Institute, where I get a lot of my training and resources from. And just the knowing that I can help people in a way that it's profitable, it's becoming much more common, and like it sparked an interest in me. I would say it resonated with my heart. My heart really is just to help people, and that was just kind of my journey to where I am now. Kind of a long-winded answer to your very short question there, but
Don't worry, it's good. So on top of that, like, what's the transformation that you offer to people?
well, as kind of abiding by that ICF standard, being non-directive, the transformation is you. What do you want? Where do you want to go? I'm not going to impose my goals on you because that's not going to be beneficial to you. Because if that doesn't align with what resonates with you, I'm wasting your time and I'm wasting your money.
Hmm.
The transformation I offer is you. Where do you want to go? And I can help you get there.
Fantastic. And then what's your goal for your business for next for this year?
For this year, Uh, again, background is in IT. The goal I have for this year is really to make this business my full-time job. Make this something that is substantial, and I know that that's going to require just customers coming in, paid clients coming in. And if my customer and my client is willing to do the work, I'm willing to do the work with you too. So come on over.
Fantastic. Yeah. And if someone wants to actually find out a little bit more about you, connect to you, learn more about you, how they can do that?
You can go to coachmikewheeler.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And this year, you can find me on YouTube later. But if you want to schedule a call with me, feel free to go to coachmikewheeler.com. Click on the schedule a call link that's on the homepage. You can find the links to my social media as well. And hey, I'm looking forward to working with y'all.
Fantastic. So yeah, definitely I can share those links in the description of this episode. And Everyone watching us, if you have any questions for Mike or me, you can ask them in the comments, and we'll be more than happy to answer them. Mike, thanks a lot for being a guest and sharing your story. And see you all in the next episode. All the best, and bye bye.